Hello there, Juan Carlos Tafur from Innova Creative Solutions. Thank you for watching. If you are subscribed to my channel, awesome. I'm glad to see you again. If you are not, please click that subscribe button and also follow me on my social media channels. I'll be happy to hear from you, and if you want to leave me your comments below, I would love to answer all your questions and the things that you want me to talk more about in this channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about the differences between a DSLR camera and a webcam to do live streaming or online content. Are you a professional or just starting on creating content? This video is for you, so stay tuned. Alright, so I got a lot of questions in my channel about which camera is better, which one I recommend, and based on those questions, I'm going to answer this. What kind of budget you have, and also what kind of content you're creating. Based on that information, that's how you are going to choose which camera is for you. One of the things that you need to consider when you're buying a DSLR camera is one of the things, not just the price, but also if it has a clean HDMI output, battery, and also that it has unlimited live view connection, so it doesn't stop every 30 seconds. If you want to know more about that, check my video here where I explain how you can connect the camera to your computer and all the different setups that you can do to use a DSLR camera. Let's talk about the advantages and disadvantages. So I'm going to start with one of the things that you can have with a DSLR camera is definitely the quality and the flexibility that you can have with a camera like this to create content online. This one right here, cost-wise, is about like $1,200. This one is from Nikon. This one is the Nikon D7500. Great camera for live streaming. It has all the different features that are needed for live streaming. If you want to know how to connect this camera, well, already told you, check the link below and you're gonna find out how you can do that. Also, I have here the 10 best cameras that you can use, DSLR cameras and mirrorless that you can use for live streaming. Now, cost-wise, this camera, it might be an expensive expense for you. So if you're just starting, maybe you're kind of like worried about the different equipment that you need to buy, and if you don't have the budget, this might not be the best option for you. In order to make this one works, you're gonna have something like this, which is a cam link card that you need to, in order for you to connect that camera with your computer. This one is around like $100 now, and you can get it from Elgato too. And also you might need a HDMI cable like this that goes from HDMI to mini HDMI, or if you have just an HDMI to HDMI, you can use an adapter like this that gives you the options to go from HDMI to mini HDMI. If you need to connect, of course, that camera and put it in a position that you are going to feel comfortable looking at the camera, you need to find the space for that. So in order to do that, you're gonna have to have a monopod like this one. This one is from Zerui. I'm going to leave the description below so you can look into it. I forgot how much this cost me, and it works great. I mean, it goes from like this big to a very large setup. So this one can also work for microphones or lights. If you want to buy a few of these and in one of these put the camera and the other one put a light, that would be great. So a light like this is also needed if you want to have some light connected to your camera or to the monopod, so you can have all that setup. Now, that's the thing. Based on the information that I just mentioned before and based on the content creation that you're gonna do, you need to look into one specific thing, your budget, how much money you have to spend. So, like I said, if you don't want to spend that much money, this might not be the best option. But if you want quality-wise and the quality to be the best, I guess this is the best option for you, because now you can have different lenses attached to it, and also you can have multiple cameras that you can switch between frames, and that way you can have close-up shots and wide shots and things like that, and that flexibility is only accomplished with a camera like this. Another thing is the flexibility that you can have in the settings in a DSLR camera. You can adjust your shutter speed, the focal point, the depth of field, and the ISO. So those things, you don't have that with a webcam or a regular webcam. So price-wise, it might be higher. Quality is much better. So I give you the choice on that. Let's talk about the webcam. This one right here is the new kit in town. Let's put it that way. This one is from Elgato, and it is the only webcam camera that actually gives you the option to record or to actually live stream 4K 60 frames per second. Not other camera in the market can do that, so this one does. Price wise, this one costs around like $300 plus, so definitely in comparison to a DSLR, is a much better choice if your budget is limited. So quality is really good. Also, you have the options to choose how much zoom you have. The lens is of course only one, but there is a camera app that you can download from Mercado, and that way you can control all the different settings, the exposure, saturation, ISO, shutter speed, and that will give you a little bit of flexibility on how you can control this camera to perform better. So it's a really good option if your budget is not that high, and I recommend also this one if you want to do live streaming or just starting in live streaming or creating content online. This camera right here also doesn't need a lot of stuff, so you just plug the USB-C that comes with the camera, you plug it into your computer, and that's it. You can have like a mini tripod like this to put it on your desk, or you can have like a shoe connector like this one that you connect underneath your camera and just put it on top of your computer. Check my video here where I explain all the different settings in the camera hub and how to use this camera, and that way you're gonna find out which one is better. I'm going to show next the comparison screen to screen, the quality of this one against the quality of this one with the same lighting settings, so that way you can kind of compare and see which one is better. All right guys, so right now I'm going to be testing both cameras. I have the DSLR on this camera on this side, and I have my Facecam on this side. Right now I'm live streaming or seeing myself using the DSLR camera, so I want to test this one first, and I want to make sure that you guys understand the different settings and things that I'm putting on this one, and then the same settings on the other one, and you can compare. Right now I have two lights on both my sides, and I want to compare also how both of these cameras how they look with artificial lighting and how they look with just natural lighting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try both of them right now with these lights, and then I'm going to turn these lights off, and then I'm just going to open my blinds and have the natural light coming into my room, and you can see the difference. So let's now, as you can see, this is my artificial lighting with these two lights with this camera. This camera right now is 400 ISO and 160 of shutter speed. My focal point on this lens is adjusted to 4, so I can have a little bit of depth field, and looks a little dark than normal, but I just want to compare with the settings, the same settings that I can also adjust in the other camera. So I'm going to switch cameras now, and this is how it looks with the Elgato. So it looks really bright. It has the same settings right now. I'm going to show you. I'm bringing my camera hub. As you can see right now, the shutter speed is 1/60 and my ISO is 400. These are the same settings as my DSLR, but this is way lighter. So if I want this to be adjusted, I need to reduce my ISO and probably my shutter speed as well, or increase my shutter speed. So right now I will say that it is kind of like, okay, not so bright, not so dark. Right now it's been saved. So this is this camera, the Facecam from Elgato, and this is my DSLR from Nikon. Now I'm going to turn these lights off and I'm going to open my blinds, and you're going to be able to see how everything looks with natural lighting. So let's do that. Okay, so now with my DSLR having those lights off, this how dark it is. So I need to definitely adjust my ISO, shutter speed, point, all those kind of things in my DSLR. So the good thing is I have that control. So I have that much control, so I can control those settings if my lighting is not so good. So I can do that. Now I'm going to switch to my Elgato Facecam Pro. It looks much better than my DSLR, but of course I'm now going to adjust the settings on my DSLR to make it look brighter. So this is just with natural light in my room, and this way I can compare using the same settings. So let me just do that. I'm going to change the settings in my DSLR. Of course I have to do that manually. Okay, so I have adjusted my settings in my DSLR. Now I increased my ISO to 1000, and the shutter speed is now being increased to, actually decreased to 130. So it's way brighter, lighter. I have a little bit of brightness on this side of my face because of course I have a window here. Let me just switch on my Facecam. If I want to have the same settings, I add to my DSLR. If I go to 1000, if I move this, you can see how bright now is. Still looking good, a little weird in the background, but let me just save this, and you can see how bright it is. So if I go back to my, but as for now, I will say look into your budget, the content that you're creating, and the needs for your camera. So if you're planning on start advancing and start moving forward but don't have that much budget, I will recommend this one for you to start. If you're already there and you're creating content and you want to take that to the next level, I will buy something like this. Like I said, I have a video that I show the 10 different cameras that you can choose from the most, or from the less expensive up to the most expensive one, and the different settings and the different things that you need. So well, I hope this video is being great to you, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. I would love to answer those. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also share this video with other people. Follow me on my social media channels here, and I hope I will see you next time. Thank you so much, and I'll see you then.